Hong Kong has a population of over 7 million people, and it is one of the most densely populated cities in the world. The region's history has given Hong Kong an intriguing identity within China, and the fusion of British and Chinese culture makes it an exciting place to explore. With an abundance of shops, culture, art, museums and incredible scenery, ranging from mountains to beaches, Hong Kong has something for everyone. We had 3 full days for our visit, and as we drove past the huge dots, we began to appreciate the importance of the city on a global scale. We arrived at the Chungking Mansions. Staying here is an experience in itself, and not a good one. We had to check in on the 17th floor, where we were greeted by a big cat.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
One of the biggest cats I've ever seen.
Make it stay there. Make it stay there. Jesus Christ! Oh my god! Don't scare it! Creamy! You're such a naughty girl. Creamy, come on.
Eventually, we got to our 4-person room, which consisted of 2 beds, a TV, toilet and a shower. In the morning, we headed to the TST Promenade by the Victoria Harbour to see the city's skyline. This area is next to the Sky Ferry Terminal and also features the city's clock tower, Avenue of Stars and Space Museum. Unfortunately, the Avenue of Stars and Space Museum were closed for renovations during our visit. We then spent the day exploring Kowloon on foot, eventually heading up the ICC Tower to get an aerial view of the city. In the evening, we were back at the TST Promenade to watch the light show. The light show is named the world's largest permanent light and sound show, although I didn't feel the music improved the experience.
不会就只那2栋而已吧？
After the light show, we took a ferry over to Hong Kong Island for a brief visit. Early the next morning, the weather had marginally improved, so we headed to the Peak Tramway, which would take us up to the Victoria Peak. We were fortunate, as we only had to queue for around 30 minutes for the train. The peak was very cold and windy, but the views were great. Back at the base of the peak, we spent some time wandering around shopping and having lunch. We then took the number 6 bus to Stanley. The road to Stanley was very windy, but offered great views of Hong Kong Island. Compared to the other places we had visited in Hong Kong, Stanley was extremely relaxing. We took our time checking out Stanley Market. We then took a walk along the promenade. Later on, back in Kowloon, we visited some of the many night markets. The weather was cold throughout our visit to Hong Kong, and today it was the coldest day in 59 years. We were visiting the Big Buddah on Lantau Island. In addition to the cold, there was a monsoon warning which had closed the cable car we were supposed to take to the Big Buddah. With no cable car, we took a bus up. This saved us money, but the journey was a lot longer. Having got off the bus, we saw one of Lantau Island's free Roman cows.
Feral cattle.
We then climbed the icy stairs to the Buddah and visited the nearby monastery. As we headed to the airport, the sun finally decided to come out and see us off. Overall, we'd found Hong Kong incredibly busy, but extremely well organised. Whilst I had a great time, I'm sure I would have had an amazing experience had it been warmer. With more time and better weather, I'd explore more of Hong Kong's islands and beaches. For now, it was time to say goodbye to Hong Kong and prepare ourselves for Singapore.